First of all, the Fit India campaign is going to be launched for the first time actually. We have started Khelo India movement 3 years back, and this is third year. So along with Khelo India, we have to look into the fitness of the people also. Sports is universal, but competitive sports is only for a section of people who play to win medals, who play for the country. At the same time, sports as a way of life is for everyone. But even for that also, everyone do not play. But fitness is a requirement for everyone. It's a universal. Right. So that is why we have decided to launch a Fit India campaign as per the desires and the vision of the Prime Minister. Prime Minister himself is a very devoted person for the fitness. He believes in fitness. He believes in bringing sports as a way of life. So our ministry will ensure that to ensure the development of sports as a way of life and sports as a culture, we must drive some program. So that is why this concept has come up, and we have already made detailed preparation, and along with our National Sports Day function, which we have giving away award of the Arjuna Award, Khel Ratna Awards, and those Arjuna and Dronacharya. We will also launch the fitness campaign. It is very difficult to talk about the medal prospects, especially how many medals India is likely to win. We have chances. We have great prospects in especially some of the disciplines, but it's very difficult to say. I just assumed the position just 2.5 months back. It's difficult to produce new talents for that standard within a year. It will take time. So for next year Olympic, what I'm doing is the existing talents which we have are given proper shape and proper training along with all necessary support. So within a year, whatever improvement is possible, we will do it. So with the existing potential, we are doing everything. I'm visiting all the important sports facility centers. So I'm very optimistic that the coming 2020 Tokyo Olympics will give us a new boost, thereby bringing a new sports culture in the country. We should be able to do better than the previous Olympics. I'm very confident about that. For that, whatever it takes, I will take necessary action. But my ultimate goal is to make India as a country of repute. We should be there in top bracket of the countries who can bring multiple medals in different disciplines. So for that we are gearing up. And I'm very sure that in some of the disciplines we will do exceedingly well within the next few years. So along with the Tokyo 2020, which is just 11 months away, we should be able to realize the dreams and the objectives set by the Prime Minister. We will have 2 categories, below 17 and below 21, below 19, below 21. So thereby we are catering to the requirement. And Khelo India is a wonderful thing because it gives a platform. Like in national games is the official body which flows out of the Olympic Charter, like International Olympic Council. We have Asian Olympic Council, then Indian Olympic Council, likewise. So, International Olympic Council organizes the Olympics. Asian Olympic Committee organizes the Asian Games, like all the continental games. And then the national games are organized by the Indian Olympic Association. The same way we have State Olympic Committee. Then we have District Olympic Committee. So that's in the hierarchy. Khelo India is purely driven by the government. The difference is now in Khelo India, we will be providing lots of incentives. That is to popularize the sport. This time I have decided to provide cash also. Earlier it was only certificate. That certificate gives you a particular support in your next step. It gives you recognition. Okay. It gives you getting scholarship. It provides you a platform where you can have better amenities. But what I'm thinking is, besides all the support which government and other bodies are giving, on winning the Khelo India Games, we should give some cash reward also. So we are going to include the cash component this time for the first time. See, we have to understand that BCCI is also a sports body. All sports persons are equal and everybody has to follow the rules. NADA, which I am the chairman as a sports minister, National Anti-Doping Agency, will have to take care of ensuring that clean in sports. See, clean sports is the motto of everyone. There should be no cheating. Sports has to be in the true sense of sportsmanship. And for that, if we treat various sports bodies unequally, which doesn't go out well in terms of sending the signals. So we have communicated to BCCI that there is a WADA, International Doping Agency. Then with that is the NADA, our National Anti-Doping Agency, which the minister is the chairman. And everybody has to follow the rule. It's not that we are forcing the BCCI to accept it. They are part of this country. They are a sports body. So nobody can be above the law of the land. So our laws are applicable to everyone. So it got delayed due to miscommunication or failing to understand the context. But now things are better, so they have to come under the NADA only. Yoga is already accepted by the United Nations. So yoga is already made popular by the efforts of the Prime Minister. Yoga was popular from before, but Prime Minister has spread it across the country, across the globe. So yoga is also a way of life. Now yogasan can be created as a sport. So to include yogasan as a sport, we need to take care of certain things because there are certain norms for a particular sport to be declared as a sport in terms of the Olympic Charter rules, whatever the stipulated conditions are there. I'm inclined to that. We are in the process of discussion with various stakeholders. In some places, they are already treating yogasan as sports, but officially this is not being done yet. I think we should be able to come out with a concrete decision very soon. We are having a active consideration within our ministry. We are going to the nook and corner of the country. We have already established various training centers, site training centers in different locations of the country. At the same time, it is not possible for Sports Authority of India to establish the training centers and center of excellence in all the places. This is practically not possible because we have to drive the program, but let people actually take it up. We will support. So for that, we are encouraging some of the academies, like we are providing money to PT Usha Academy for the athletics. We are providing money to the Badminton Academy of Gopichan. We are giving money to Karnam Maleshwari, that institute in Sonepat. We are providing money to various academies. So it has to be citizen-centric. Various academies, Medicom has started boxing academy in Imphal in Manipur. We are supporting them also. So various academies, various private corporate people are also started. Tatas have their own academies, the Jindals, the Reliance. So everybody is doing it. The only thing is we need to integrate and make best use of the necessary resources at our command. So I'm driving it, and I'm trying to get on board with everybody. I'm trying to encourage the corporate world to come in large number. In Western world, it is completely corporate funding. Here it is
Right.
partially government funding, partially it's a corporate funding. University in Imphal in Manipur was declared in 2014 budget. Thereafter, lots of things were done. Lots of initial steps were taken. But due to the land issue, due to the location, it got delayed. Then a new location was found out. So after new location was found out, the the initial works have started. Now what we have to do is make it proper functional. It is functioning. I'm the vice chancellor, which is sports secretary, is the vice chancellor for the moment. It's running, but not full fledged. I want to ensure that within the next 4 years, it should be fully functional. So for that, now we have just taken uh, a review meeting along with calling the people for construction. So the architectural designing, everything has to be done through proper channel. So we have invited tender, and the architects are being called, and they have made their presentation, and we are going to select very soon the architect, the consultant, and then we will tie up with some of the international sports universities like in Tokyo or in London, in UK, and in China. They have made some case study. So taking the best cue from the international sports university, we will go ahead. We'll decide which are the courses to be done. What we have, I can tell you, is we have decided that the National Sports University must have three components divided amongst them equally. One is the training, one is the academy, and one is for the uh, for the purpose of research. So it has to be a huge research center. It has to be world-class training facility center, and it must be a well-recognized academic center.